Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm going to use my Tarot Grand Luxe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. Also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It greatly helps out my channel. So we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Star. And we have the Fool. Look at that. Two major arcana cards right there with the what you may be dealing with. What do you need to focus on? We have the World. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Judgment. Energy coming in. Oh, look at that. New relationships. Ace of Cups. Four of Swords and Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck we have, coming out of the shadows, Eight of Swords. I feel like it's no longer like not holding yourself back, like you're struggling with starting something new, new beginnings, guidance, direction. You have all of these swords, you have all of these things. I feel like it's struggling kind of coming out of your shell, coming out of your, like coming out of the shadows and stepping up to the plate and doing something. Reaching out. For some reason I was thinking, like, is there somebody that you're interested in, but you have been kind of holding yourself back from reaching out? Or is there someone you want to reach out to? For some reason, this card here is standing out to me. Relationship. So it could be like, it could be for business. It could be maybe going to higher up and asking, you know, to be on a project or for a raise, or to maybe there's a job opening. It could be reaching out to a different company that you want to work for. It could be a relationship. It could be somebody that you're interested in and you want to ask them out. It could be a friendship. Maybe there's somebody that's maybe at your gym or at a place where you frequent and you keep seeing them and they seem very interesting. Like they seem like somebody that you would want to reach out to or be friends with. So I'm kind of feeling that. I just feel like there's something that you want to do that you're holding yourself back from that. We have Nine of Pentacles again. Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's exactly what I was feeling, is that you're holding yourself back from taking actions to something that you feel would be very rewarding for yourself. And it's almost like you're talking yourself out of it. And you're finding reasons not to do something. And it always seems to be easier to be able to find those reasons not to do something than to do something, especially if it's something that's out of your comfort zone. So for an example, it was probably maybe a year ago, or not quite a year ago, that there was which if you follow me, you know that I have a horse. And so there was a class for a clipper class where you do, you kind of give your horse a haircut. And so I decided I really wanted to do it, but I was nervous about it because I'm not really someone who likes to step out of my comfort zone. But I was like, it was really important to me. And I was like, hey, if I do this and I know how to do it, then I can do it for my horse. I can maybe start a business with that, or, earn some extra money, because I'm also a hairdresser. So I was like, well, I already kind of felt like I had that basis of clipping. So I was like, try it out. So I signed up for the class and I was really glad that I went. And I learned a lot, and I was so proud of myself. So it wasn't only that I had learned how to use horse clippers, but I also pushed myself out of my comfort zone, and I did something that normally I would have talked myself out of or found reasons not to go. And I definitely had a lot of anxiety about doing it before I went, but I was like, this is really important to me, and I really feel like this is something that I want to look into and I want to do. So I kind of feel like you're going through the same thing, is that there's something that you really want to do or you really want to go after, but you're finding reasons to hold yourself back. And maybe you've tried things before in the past and they didn't work out for you, but it's like you have to go in it saying, okay, I'm just going to push through it, and I'm not going to look for the first thing that goes wrong and say, well, see, I shouldn't have done that. So you have to work at it. This is something that you have to work at, but I feel like it's bigger than that. Like I was saying before, for me, it was not only that I went to the Clipper class, but it was that I pushed myself out of my comfort zone and I did something that normally I would have shied away from. And I was really proud of myself. And also another thing that I did was when my son got married, he wanted me to read something in front of everyone at the wedding. And I was definitely nervous, but I was like, this is important to him. So, you know me, like if you've listened to my stories, when I was younger, I would always, when we had to do projects in front of the class, I would always wait until the very end and I'd try and ignore it as much as possible. And so like standing up in front of a bunch of people speaking is not really my thing. And it was important to him, so I had stood up in front of everyone and I read, and I thought about it beforehand, and I thought that I wanted to be able to project my voice. So I was thinking of how I have my channel here and how I want to speak clearly and that I want to speak loud. And I stood up and I did it, and I had to do it in front of my ex-husband and his wife, so that was awkward. But I did it, and I was so proud of myself. And even my son said, he's like, wow, Mom, you did such a good job. And I pushed myself out of that comfort zone and I made myself do it, and I was so proud of myself. And I got so many compliments from so many people. They were like, wow, you really stood up there and you spoke so clearly and you did such a good job. And you know, I was so proud of myself because I had to push myself and end those fears of that I can't do it or it's not going to, like, have that confidence standing in front of that crowd of people and saying, this is where I'm supposed to be and this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to kill it. I'm going to do a great job, right? So whatever that is that I feel that you want to go after and you want to do, is it something that you have to work at, and you have to get your emotions and your feelings in the right spot. You can't go into it saying, oh, I'm going to fail, nobody's going to like it, people are going to be looking at me, people are going to... If that's how you go into it, you're setting yourself up for failure. So as I always say, you want to set yourself up for success. So you would say, you know what? I'm going to go up there and I'm going to do it, or I'm going to reach out to that person, I'm going to go after whatever it is that I want. I have that confidence, and if that doesn't work out, then that wasn't meant for me, so there's something bigger and better waiting for me. Or if this does work out, I'm so proud of myself. You know, either way, I'm proud of myself for taking the actions, not holding myself back from something that I want to do, something bigger and better, right? I always feel like this card here represents going after, you know, those big dreams and not limiting yourself and not saying, you know, not finding reasons not to follow through with something and letting that go and not battling within yourself, because it's like fighting for it and battling through to get to this 10 of Pentacles and this sense of calmness, and you feel so good and you're so proud of yourself and you're like, wow, okay, bring on the next project. Bring on the next situation, bring on the next challenge, I'm ready to go. And if you're ever having those doubts again, you think back, just like I did today, of those two situations where I had to do something that was out of my comfort zone, but I was so proud that I did it. Rather than giving up and not doing it and never facing that challenge and not learning and growing, right? I didn't want that to happen. I was like, no, I'm pushing myself and I'm making myself do that. So I feel like you are going through the same thing and coming out of the shadows. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, releasing that anxiety, releasing that burden that you have, letting it go, and stop beating yourself up and going after and making those dreams happen that you want, right? Those starts and those dreams, whatever. Even if you, like, maybe you're saying, oh, that's foolish to go after that, or that's foolish to go do that. Well, you're already talking yourself out of something, and you're already saying you can't do something. I just feel like self-talk is so important. And what are those things that you're telling yourself? If you were a friend, you know, would you say that to your friend? And that self-talk that you do to yourself, would you do that to someone else if they wanted to go after something and they wanted to do something? Would you talk that same way that you talk to yourself to them? All right, so let's grab an animal oracle. Being more aware of that self-talk. We have ant spirit, time to collaborate. Putting the puzzle pieces together. That's why I like these puzzle pieces, and I feel this one too. We have skunk spirit. Know your worth. I love it. That one's come out a lot in the readings lately. Know your worth. Know that you're worth fighting for something that you believe in, that you want to do. So we have the Ten of Swords over here, and we have the Ten of Swords over here. Both decks, so repeating energy. And it's over here, I feel that you have this burden, that you have all of these swords, anxiety and the stress and all of this. And over here, it's relieved. It's let go. I feel over here, it's let go over here. But why? It is let go because you stepped out of the shadows. You stepped up to the plate. You worked on it. You didn't let things hold you back, and you kept moving forward. You heard the message. And then we have the 2 9 of Pentacles here, right? Those rewards for your hard work, and the World card. Feeling on top of the world and feeling so proud of. That's a feeling that, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to feel that way. It's way better than feeling like that. All right, let's grab Star Dragons. We have dominance, believing in yourself. Look at this. Know your worth, believing in yourself, having that confidence, stepping out of the shadow. So this message is to say, believe in yourself. With the star there, believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You're strong, you're wonderful, you're amazing. You can achieve your goals. And keep telling yourself that. Write little sticky notes all around, you know, if that helps. Again, what are those tools that you have that can help you move towards your goals? Write yourself little sticky notes to remind yourself. Put them on the mirror. Put them on your pillow. Put them in the fridge. Put them in the cupboards. Put them in the drawers. All right, we're going to go with these two here. We have negativity, okay? So that's what I was feeling, is that there's negativity that is around here, and that's something, that self-talk, right? Is there negativity that you're having? Be aware of your self-talk to yourself, and then ruminate. What is that energy that you are putting out? It's that positive energy. I can do it. It will happen. It doesn't matter what happens, but I'm proud of myself because I attempted it. I didn't walk away from a challenge. I know my worth. I'm putting the puzzle pieces together. I'm believing in myself. I'm having dominance. I'm a strong, powerful person. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.